Yeah, yeah. It's a man's world, but check the girl with the Mac 11, 187. Hit the switch front, back, side to side, corner to corner. Fuck you a goner. Don't fuck around and get pulled up, cause you got the west side soda. I get Tina, Marie, and Donnie. After the six, Clyde and Bonnie. I don't know karate, but I know karate. So you better ask somebody. And when I do dirt, nobody move, nobody get hurt.
I'm the type of girl that's down for my nigga, I'll lie for my nigga, feel a cap for my nigga. He don't mind me flirting, wear tight skirts, and when it's all over, it's curtains. What they don't know won't hurt. They searching on him, I got the cat in my skirt. Yeah, yes, clowning fools, and my dudes giving the girl blues. My dad's like that, don't you think so, ho? Who come out the clothes, my nigga can fit those. You ain't seen that until you see the go jacking. So I on the side of straight whack packing.
Got me a damn girl on my team.
The Bonnie Clyde team, yeah. Got me a down ass nigga on my team.
The Bonnie Clyde team.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Leo, the Lioness Queen. If you happen to like what you see on this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video. Happy Monday to everyone, okay? Hey, Just Lovely. Yes, they do need their ass whoop, okay? Yes, they need their ass whoop. Hopefully you guys can hear me clearly, okay? But yes, happy Monday to everybody. Also, as well, if you would like to join the membership, it is only $2.99. We have fun behind there. I point you to all the mess. And like I always say, when the summer comes, honey, we're going to be out there, y'all. Good morning, Star Bell. Good morning. This is a little later than what I usually would go live. Hey, Shanace, good morning. I am up at this particular time because of the fact that Melvin is on spring break, honey. So that means that I did not have to wake up early at the crack of dawn. So, you know, usually this be my little nap time and shit, but I ain't have to do that. I was able to sleep in a little late. I just got up and made him some breakfast. So he happy and full. And, you know, in about another hour or so, I start getting ready to go ahead and tackle my day. Okay. And be, no, I ain't gonna say be frustrated at work. I'm not gonna claim that shit because it is what it is. Hey, Mysterious Mermaid. But hey, y'all. And yes, guys, so yesterday, like I was telling y'all, or no, I didn't tell y'all. Well, yes, I did. I told y'all on the memory, I'm talking about the memory board, child. On the community wall, I had brunch with my dad. I've been trying to spend more time with him and stuff. You know, my dad is now retired. My dad will be 67 this year in July. Still looks good, still able to get around. Hey, Lightstorm. Hey, JC Guard. Still able to get around really well. And so, you know, we've been spending more time together and stuff. And we also made plans about, because he lives downtown Detroit, so he's right around everything. And as I was saying to a few of my elements, you know, this summer, I plan on doing a lot of things or whatever. And a lot of the stuff that be happening is always downtown. He right in the middle of everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, that's another way of us spending time together. I'm going to start hanging out, you know, with my dad. Because my dad still like to go and do shit. And, you know, I'm also getting him out of his comfort zone because we made an agreement. Because my dad is from the country. He a creature of habit. He liked certain foods. He liked certain restaurants. And I told him, I said, Dad, I said, when we go out, we are trying new restaurants. I said, you have no choice in the matter. He was open to it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So again, as I'm dropping him off or whatever, he came back outside, gave me the GoPro 8, that little bitty camera. It's so cute. He gave me all the attachments, y'all. I got the little head thing that you could put the little camera on. So also too, I was planning on when it get nice outside and shit, that I was gonna start, instead of coming my ass back here and taking a nap, which I won't have to take a nap in the summer, but I'm gonna go and start going to the park and take a little walk. So now I can take y'all with me to look, you know, with my little walks and stuff. And I'm gonna have my little GoPro on my little head, and y'all can see the scenery with me or whatever, to be kind of like a park relaxation ASMR type of situation going on. and we can talk and everything like that. And then all the different places I want to take y'all this summer with me, because Leo gonna be out here in these motherfucking streets. And then the vacations and everything. I'm like, he done set me on up. It came with a little stand, little bag, the little app. It was so easy to hook everything up together, because I have been looking at getting a GoPro. Of course, I think the latest edition is a GoPro 11, but regardless, it works perfect, okay? But I was always intimidated by it, because I'm like, I don't know how the hell this shit work. But it was so easy to set up, so I was messing around, playing around with that. Hey, Dutch V. Hey, Miss Patrice. So yes, guys, get ready for some awesome, outstanding 4K video, okay? So dope. But anyway, let me get to the point of this video, y'all, because my time is limited. So the name of this video is called The Bonnie and Clyde of R&B. And as you can see, we are talking about Latasha Scott and her husband, Rocky Bivens, honey. Y'all know they had the latest episode of The Queens of R&B with Escaping SWV. And the ending of the episode dealt with the group confronting Tasha about some kickbacks that they found out from a promoter that Rocky Bivens, her husband, had been getting. They actually had text messages, okay? They printed out some text messages and showed it. And of course, Latasha sat there and tried to act as though she was deaf, dumb, and blind and didn't know what the hell was going on. And in the text messages, it showed that, or at least from Rocky's point of view, that Latasha was fully aware of him getting extra thousands of dollars on behalf of their name. And I'm sitting here like, damn, this is worse than what the hell I thought, because as y'all already know, Tamika Scott, the sister, had been accusing Latasha and her husband of stealing $30,000, which if you listen to the receipt video that she put out that totally blew everything out the water, she actually said in that video that it was actually multiple checks. So it was more than $30,000. She basically mentioned $30,000 just to be nice about the shit. Okay. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell is going on? So of course, Latasha and Rocky try to come out. They do an interview on not on the Breakfast Club, on a Ricky Smiley show. That did not go very well. As we all know, the infamous Brat was not buying it. She spoke to Latasha about her experiences with her, because you know Brat was on So Def, and they grew up together, toured together, and she basically let it be known that Latasha was very controlling, that the stuff that Candy was saying about Latasha just being mean to her and how everybody was ganging up on her, you know, people tried to make it seem like Candy was just being sensitive, but the Brat was like, no, that was very much the truth. And even Tamika Scott herself admitted that she went along with a lot of the things that her sister wanted, because that was her big sister. But we also understand now too that she was doing the shit because the mama wasn't making the situation no goddamn better. You know, she sounded like one of them narcissistic ass mothers who pit their children against each other. And that is a very real thing. When you dealing with narcissistic parents, they always have the one child that is known as the golden child. This ain't some shit I'm making up. You can look it up. It's always one child that they pick as the golden child. And it's very much apparent that in this case, Latasha was the golden child. So after Latasha and Rocky come out and do that interview that did not go in their favor, next thing you know, Latasha brings her ass on IG and she does this post or video to where she is crying. Okay. When a couple of days previous, as you can see on the first picture, she was all loud and proud. They lying about everything. Her sister is a liar. She could sing better than everybody. You know, she living her dream, basically letting them know, fuck all of y'all. I don't need y'all. But then a couple of days later, we see the hell how she was really looking when her ass got humbled. That's why I put humbled in the middle of this damn thumbnail thing. Because it was a difference, you know, with how the days make when you doing the most. She also came on there claiming that her and her husband have an open marriage. This was also on the backs of the Tasha K expose with two of the mistresses. And if y'all was paying attention yesterday, Tasha K came back and said, oh, we not done. So she has a second interview that she's supposed to be doing with the main mistress of 5 years, which is Unique. They did another 2-hour interview. It's supposed to drop sometime this week. But I think Tasha said from the beginning they did like 4 parts to an interview on top of the other chicks that he was dealing with. It was some other chick that he wanted to deal with. And she pretty much was saying that the way that Rocky runs stuff, because y'all know he used to work for R. Kelly. She said that he runs things like R. Kelly, but I guess without the going as deep as R. Kelly. But she said basically all the women that he has is like a cult like. Like all the people that he got working for him are women. They are usually, you know, bisexual or just, you know, just all women. He always wants them to stay close to him so that he's able to get with them at any time. He's very manipulative, as we can all see, you know. And can I say that I feel like he's manipulating Latasha? Yes, probably from the beginning. But we're seeing now that she is very much involved. Okay. And I was speaking to one of my elements. Me and her was talking back and forth. And I was telling her, we both agreed that both of their asses need to be under the damn jail for this shit that's going on. Okay. When you are dealing with people like this, no matter if they are a family member or not, and y'all have heard me say 1,000 times, I don't give a fuck if we share blood or not. It's certain things that you are not going to do to me that I'm going to sit there and take. Everybody always talking about, oh, y'all need to reconcile. Y'all family, which you hear Latasha constantly saying in every damn interview. We family, we family. Well, you didn't give a fuck about that being your family. Your mother didn't give a fuck about it being your family because her ass was getting kickbacks too. And so she was also on Ricky's talking about how, or no, in her video on Instagram, talking about how she didn't like how her mama is being dragged or how they're being portrayed. Yeah, because y'all didn't have an issue with it at the time. And cut the bullshit about the editing. Do they edit things a certain way? Can they move stuff in different places? Yes, they can. But at the end of the day, they cannot edit anything that you did not provide them. You get what I'm saying? And see, that's the risk of anybody being on a reality show, is the fact that you can think that you're coming off a certain type of way. You can think that people will not look at you fucked up. You can think that you're a good person, but it's different than the people that are around you versus the whole entire world. So you can think you this great and grand person and you get on this damn show, and then when it shows, motherfuckers is dragging you all over the world. I think that they both got a huge reality check. And it can also be difficult when you do love your family members, especially some shit like that, to actually want to prosecute them. That's difficult. That's hard. All of us have family members in some type of way, whether it's your parent, a sibling, a first cousin, somebody that they just weird, you know, and pretty much you may try to stay around away from them. Or you got those who do believe in the whole thing of, this is my family, I got to keep putting up with it. I'm not one of them people. I have never been one of those people. I don't suggest you be one of those people. But when you have people that are actually stealing money, when they're falsifying documents, and then they're lying about it, that is an issue. That is somebody to be worried about. That is somebody that is dangerous. And another thing that I mentioned to one of the elements when me and her was kicking it about it, I said, if I were Latasha, or no, if I were Tamika Scott, I would look to see, do these motherfuckers got life insurance policy on my ass and I don't know about it? I would go look into all of that, because if you sitting up there doing shit like this and then years later, because Latasha's excuse, even though she claimed she didn't do it or didn't know nothing about it, she claiming all this shit happened over 10 years ago. Okay, well, we're just recently seeing this show. The show only maybe what, a year old or something, or months old, and y'all being accused of doing this shit again. How do I not know that your ass ain't got no fucking insurance policy? We saw what happened with Norman from Sweetie Pies, how he sat up there and had his own nephew offed for whatever damn reason. And now he's sitting up in prison for the rest of his damn life. So it happens. We do exist with evil ass people in this world. And a lot of them share your very same blood. So it's definitely something to think about. I would be looking into that. And then I am wondering, like everybody say, I don't know how it works in Georgia, but I am wondering if the DA can go ahead and pick up charges and start to investigate them. I am thinking about that. Like, can they actually do the charges now that this is public? And then Latasha was kind of like trying to get on the public about, y'all judging us and in y'all marriages and y'all family, this and that. Bitch, we didn't tell you to put that shit out on the in the public. We only commenting on the shit that you're doing. And you're saying to your sister, let's talk about it. How can she talk about it with you when you done changed your number? How can you sit there and say that it should not be public, but your ass was going around doing press tours as well, being very vague, as a matter of fact, sitting up there with your nose turned up. And we also saw on camera exactly how just numb and narcissistic you were when it comes to the people that are around you. If I was Candy, Tiny, and motherfucking Tamika, I would not allow her ass back into the goddamn group. Bitch, you would be gone forever. Because nobody has time for that bullshit. Wait, hold on, y'all. Yeah, I would not allow them back. Hey, Miss Etta, Felicia Fee, is there a statute of limitations at play in this case? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It may be when it comes to the very first situation with Tamika, but this situation with the entire group as a whole, this was something that happened not too long ago. And there's no telling what else the fuck he's doing when it comes to this money. And clearly she's involved. So from what the group is saying, mainly Tamika, that there's more receipts that they could drop that they have not even tried to drop. If someone wanted to look into it at the DA, they can hit them with embezzlement fraud as a business entity, especially Rocky. That's true. That's true. So, I don't know exactly what the hell is going to happen. We don't know exactly how deep this stuff is going to go. In regards to the marriage part, it is what it is. I said before, I think in one of my broadcasts, about the fact that when you're dealing with entertainers, their shit usually do be open, whether they know it or not. And especially when you're dealing with a person like Rocky, because you can tell that he's very manipulative. You could tell he got the gift of gab, because even the phone call that he had with Tasha K, you can hear just how he was basically trying to smooth over her. You can see how he tried to do the brat in the interview, and the brat had to check him. He's used to being able to say whatever in order to get his way. And this money situation just do not make the shit any better. So, all we can do is stay tuned to see what happens. Do I wish jail or prison on anyone? No. But at the same time, when you're doing stuff like this, you should not be able to get away with it just because you're a family member. And stop telling people to accept abuse. Now, is this fun to watch? No. I hate the fact that all of this stuff is out in the public, but it is what it is, and we gonna fucking discuss it. So Latasha, stop with all that damn crying, because nobody is buying what you trying to sell, what you or your husband is trying to motherfucker sell. And don't sit there and try to make the public feel bad for having a goddamn opinion about your life when you put it out there yourself. I think that they both should shut the fuck up. And I don't know exactly how any of this can be reconciled, but I think they both should shut the hell up. Also, too, the label that Latasha Scott signed to, Motown Gospel, somebody within our camp has said that they happen to know some people that are at Motown Gospel, and they said that Motown Gospel is pissed that 9 times out of 10, this will be the last album, the first and the last album that they do with Latasha, because they are so pissed about the backlash of everything that is going on when it comes to this damn show. And y'all even saw on the episode when she went to go meet with them, and they asked, well, have you spoken to Escape about it? Do they know anything? And she like, no. And then Rocky jumping in, trying to act like he didn't know that she hadn't spoke to them. So again, didn't nobody edit that part? That's what the fuck y'all shown. Of course, nobody wants to drag nobody mama, but we heard when your mama sat there in real time and said that her child was jealous of you. We also heard the voicemail that your mother left Latasha, basically threatening her and telling her that she better not do nothing in regards to you, which now we understand why. And that's another damn, excuse me, that's another damn thing that we also have to look at is parents and the shit that they fucking do. Now, at the end of the day, when you are a parent of multiple children, parents like to say they treat all children the same. No, the fuck y'all don't. No, the fuck y'all don't. It's not realistic for you to treat all your children the same, because first of all, they got all different type of personalities, especially if you got different ones. You may love them all, but you don't treat them the same. You're not gonna treat one child the same that's so-called doing everything the right way, then you gonna treat the one that may be fucking up, or just vice versa. Like, you may have 3 children, 2 of them are more independent than the other one. So the mother or the father may dote on the one they feel like is the weakest child. Like, these are real conversations that we have. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference or whatever in how parents can treat their children for many different reasons. So I find it unrealistic when people say, oh, I treat all my kids the same. No, you don't. Even if you treat your firstborn different than you treat the middle child. Like, we have whole videos that are made about first child, middle child, baby child. There are differences in how parents treat their children for many different reasons. And that's just the reality of that. Let me read what y'all saying. We are witnessing how artists can be piss poor from either the management or record label, stealing from them for years. Elvis' manager did a big one on him. That should be a case study. Exactly, Shanez. You mean Tamika? But yes, mama is a mofo. Absolutely. No, you are absolutely correct. They should not make it obvious. They definitely should not, but they should not make it obvious, and they also should not pit the siblings against each other. But it is a very real thing to where when parents say, oh, I treat all my children the same, no, the fuck you don't. Even if she treat all the children good, you're not going to treat them all the same because they come with different personalities. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. and which I'm making is that no, you do not. You're not gonna treat your firstborn like you treat the baby. It's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? But yes, when you have a narcissistic parent that's pitting them against each other, is not cool. And I don't believe again in being still connected to toxic ass parents. So that's why I was glad when Tamika did have a sit down with her mother and tell her, like, I love you. I apologize for disrespecting you. However, if you continue to disrespect me as a grown ass woman, I'm going to have to back away from you and motherfucking Tasha. I'm glad that she told her that, because that's another thing that we can go into, is about when your child becomes an adult. You got some parents that don't know how to accept the fact that their child is an adult. They still treat them like little kids. I cringe when I see the dynamics of some grown people and their parents, to where it's like they almost revert back to a child versus, yes, you're my parent. I love you. That, like I say, I'm blessed to still have both my parents. But when I am around them, I am the adult, grown ass person that they raised to be an adult. I respect both of them, but I do not revert back to a child when I'm around them. Y'all raised me to be independent. Y'all raised me to think as an adult. So that's how I'm going to act. And you're not going to treat me any differently. I'm sorry. Love and respect you. But I'm not about to cringe down or none of that shit. I'm not about to do that. Love you, mom. Love you, dad. I'm grown. Period. I'm not about to revert back to that. And I hate to see that with any parent dynamic. It's not about you not respecting your parents. Yes, you can respect your parents. You can still be grown. You don't have to revert back to you 12 and you fucking 55. I can't stand that. Some family, you have to learn. Exactly. That is a perfect example. That's a perfect example. I wasn't going to say it, but Sean S. said it. Those Braxton sisters with mama, when Miss Evelyn be dead ass wrong, you can see it in them. How when she is around, and I like Miss Evelyn, but you can see when she is around how they revert back down to, and like I said, maybe I'm wrong. I can be corrected, but I just think that is weird. I'm sorry. That's just the way that I feel. That's like even when I refer to my parents, it's mine, it's dad. Hey dad, hey mom. It's not mommy, daddy. I think that is, I'm sorry. Cuss me out. But I just, no. Okay. He's like, well, I'm not 2 years old. So, like I say, that's just my attitude about it. Y'all may disagree. I understand, because everybody dynamics are different with their parents. I just was raised to be highly independent. I love both my parents to death, but they both allowed me to transition to the point of being an adult. I respect both of them tremendously. But there's a difference between 12-year-old Shari and fucking about to be 42-year-old Shari. I'm 42-year-old all day long. And that's just how I feel about that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really weird when it comes to all of them. At the end of the day, as a fan of Escape as a group, I think it is very sad to see what is going on with them. I really do. I think it's very sad, but also too, you know, it also shows that these people are human, and that no matter the glitz and the glamour and all of that, they have issues like everyone else. So is it hard to see as a fan? Yes. However, it's very real. And I am glad that Tamika Scott is standing up for herself. I'm glad that Candy and Tiny are there to support her, you know, and I think Tasha should just go ahead about her business, because it does seem that every time she wants to go off on her own, or she's not able to be in control of them, she wants to act like she is the Beyonce, and, you know, she don't need them. And if you want to act like that, go on about your business. You don't have your foot. It's like she tried to keep her foot put in, and that ain't cool. My oldest called me mommy, but my youngest called me a mom, but he don't let me baby him. Yeah, no, Subi, I understand that. Like I said, everybody's dynamics is different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for me, that's just weird. And again, everybody's shit different. But I refer to my mama as ma or mama. I refer to my dad as dad. But again, everybody had their stuff different. So I don't mean to offend, but that's just my attitude about it. But like you say, regardless of whatever, you can still maintain your adulthood and also respect your parents. Because I definitely do believe you are supposed to respect your parents. Absolutely. So please don't take what I'm saying as though you're supposed to just treat them any type of fucking way or difference of speeches and stuff. You know, that's just like, again, like for me, another thing that may be controversial, I think is weird when people refer to their mates as daddy. I've always felt I've never referred to any of my mates as daddy. And I don't know whether it's because I still got mine or whatever. I just think that is weird because only daddy I know is my daddy. So I would feel weird to refer to my partner as daddy, but there's a lot of women who do it. I'm not judging y'all. That's just some shit that ain't for me. So people may feel like that is controversial. Be like, Leo, what the hell is you talking about? Or you hating? No, I'm not hating. That's just, I just look at that shit different. Only daddy I've ever known is my daddy. And that's just not something that I've ever wanted to do. I've always found that weird. I'm sorry. It's good they are changing managers because it's been a hot mess. Dutch V, you said now that's twisted. but that's the thing. That's the thing. But a lot of people do it. Again, everybody is entitled to do the shit that they want to do. I know some of y'all may hear that and be like, Leo, what the fuck is you talking about? Y'all are entitled to that. I'm not judging y'all. That's just some shit I ain't never done. Yeah, now that is cringy. I've never done it either. Yeah, I've always found that to be very weird. But you know, whatever. But anyway, back to the point. I guess we will see exactly what is going to happen, you know, with all of this when it comes to them. I don't know what the hell gonna happen, but yeah, I think that as you can even see in this picture, how Tasha had pretty much made it her business to, you know, be separate from them. I think she need to keep it that way, and I think they need to make her keep it that way. As a matter of fact, Escape is supposed to be coming to Detroit, I think the week after, next week or something like that. I think it's supposed to be them, Silk, El DeBarge. I forgot what other groups are supposed to be there. And initially, you know, I was one of those people who feel like I don't want to see a group unless all members are involved. That's why, like for me, I will never go and see En Vogue because Dawn Robinson is not there. I'm like one of those type of millennials. Okay. And but the way that all of this stuff going, I'm like, I may at the last minute go and take y'all to the concert to go see just the three of them and see how they get down or whatever. Because Latasha just have come off. She have just put such a bad taste in my mouth to where it's like I want them to go ahead and succeed without her ass. She don't deserve to be a part of that legacy. And I know that's fucked up to say, but her attitude and just everything that she has done, especially with this husband, I don't like it. So it's like, in a way, the thing that she's trying to do, it kind of make a person like me want to skip past my rule and actually go see those three and see how they sound without her. From what I understand, they say she been sounding good. You said I ain't doing that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. Let me see. I call my mama ma and my daddy dad. I find it weird too, baby. Listen, I already know some of the elements. They is gonna cuss my ass out. They gonna beat me up in the comments. I'm sorry, elements. I'm not perfect all the time. I already know. So y'all can cuss me out. I'm okay. Oh, okay. You press something by mistake. Let me see. Because I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I didn't think I know your birthday is in April, but I didn't think it was this. So okay. So y'all, both of y'all birthdays is that's the same day as my nephew. Yeah, my nephew will be 12 on the 14th or whatever and stuff. So happy birthday to y'all in advance. And actually, I think that the concert is actually on the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's on a Saturday. So it's either, so if y'all birthday fall on a Saturday, that's when the concert is. So like I said, I have not decided yet, but I may go to the concert at the last minute. Yes, Team Aries. Shout out to all the Aries. And I know I have slacked when it came to that acknowledging y'all birthdays. It's just that I was not on here consistent. But it's definitely something that I will start back up at the beginning of next year. I will start back doing the birthdays and everything, and remembering all y'all birthdays and putting up special posts for you all, and also acknowledging all of the elements, which is why we are called the elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. Okay, so I definitely will do that again, but y'all got to be patient with your girl. But yes, so yeah, we're going to see exactly what's going to happen with that. You know, as far as the situation with Latasha and her sister, is it a very sensitive matter? Yes, it is a very sensitive matter. You know, I wish I could be one of those people that say, I hope they fix it. I'm not going to be one of those people who says that, because that's what sounds good. Again, when you are stealing money, when you are forging documents, that is a dangerous person to be around. And also, from just what Tamika's experience have been of her sister, she doesn't act like a sister. And that's another thing that we have to get out of as far as these fucking titles, because there are sisters who think because they are a big sister that they can do and say any goddamn thing to their siblings, and that's not the way that shit goes. That's like, I am a big sister, okay, of a sister and a brother. Then I have an older sister that's by my dad. My older sister does not treat me messed up because she's the older sister. When it comes to my mother's children, which is me, my brother, and my other sister, I don't treat them like they're beneath me because I'm the big sister. You get what I'm saying? Because you have people that so stuck to titles and they think as though they are the parents of their children. And a lot of that comes too because of parents making their children babysit their siblings and shit like that. I didn't go through that. I was still able to do what the hell I wanted to do. Yeah, did I watch my brother and sister sometime? Yes. But my mother attitude about it was this was still her babies. And she didn't throw my siblings off on me. So that may also be the reason too why I don't treat them like that. You know, that's why they feel comfortable coming to me about stuff, because I don't just think because of the fact that they're younger than me. And of course, both of them are now adults. I don't treat them like they're kids. And when it comes to whatever issues they go through, just like my mother and sister, they into it all the time. Their birthdays is a day apart, so they just the motherfucking like. But when they be into it and shit, I don't get in the middle of their shit at all. And neither do they try to put me in the middle of their shit. Because even though that was my mama first, I love her, but I'm aware of some of her ways that used to get on my goddamn nerves. Okay, so when my sister, I could see why it would piss her off, but vice versa. My sister do some retarded ass shit, so I can understand why my mama be upset with her. I don't get in the middle of that shit because that is still her mother, just like it's my mother. You know, so it's just a lot of things, you know. Of course, groups run into problems, but to me, the group is better without her. The Tamika can definitely sing her sister. I agree, Miss Etta. I agree. Do you think colorism was involved with their mother? I've heard some people mention that. You know what? That's an excellent question, just lovely. That kind of crossed my mind for a second, but then again, I'm not sure. I think if anything, it really probably just had to do with the father. But then the father came out and did an interview and was saying that the way that the mother was portraying on the show as though she just couldn't stand him and like he just walked out on them. He said, no, that's not the way it go. He said, I've been married for 15 years And he said that, we have been to her home. We have been to her house to where she done cook for me and my wife. We done had family gatherings. So he was even saying, I done been there the entire time for all of my children. But so he was like, even when he heard about what Miss Gloria was trying to portray, he like, that ain't even the case. So he was dumbfounded. So I don't know. I think if anything, it's just more so you just got some narcissistic parents, and that's just the way that they are. And Tasha was just the golden child, I joke about being the other mama to my younger sisters, but it's all in fun. I would never treat them. And see, that's the difference, JC. You don't, of course, I can see you doing that, but I can see also, too, I don't feel like you would treat that because you don't treat people like that, period. So I don't see you just being one of them big sisters to where it's just, you just being an asshole because of the situation. You still allow them to be who they are. What about the baby sister thinking we're beneath her and I'm the oldest? Well, yeah, it goes both ways. Hey, G Butterfly, welcome. You know what I'm saying? Them heifers are about the shade. I mean, it's the same shade. I think I'm more. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Tamika do look just like him, but yeah, that's why I'm like, they not really that much different. Hey, Shannon. Agreed. G Butterfly, their complexions are what and what. I think the mother didn't like the fact that Tamika had a good relationship with their dad. That could be a great point, but again, the dad came out and said something totally different. And actually, they're supposed to be having a part 2 with the dad. And he said that even when it came to Tasha, he said that stuff started being weird about 6 months ago, which I believe is when they started to film the show. He said things started to be really, really weird or whatever. But yeah, all we can do is just sit by and see exactly what happens. And, that's it with that. But guys, thank you all for joining me for this impromptu live and stuff. I really appreciate y'all's support. Again, don't forget to join the membership. Oh, and I forgot to talk about her and Candy. I just think that Latasha is jealous of Candy. She's very jealous of her, have always been jealous of her. One of the mistresses did come out and say that Rocky told her that him and Candy initially dated first. But I don't know whether or not that is the truth or not, because we know Rocky is a fucking liar. So I don't know whether him and Candy talked first, but I think that it was said that Candy did introduce Rocky to Latasha. I'm not exactly sure how that go, but that's just a little bit of what was said when it came to the second so-called mistress that came out. But Tasha says she got a lot to come out with, and we'll just see. And that's it. I just think that, and again, it's just some people you ain't gonna never, ever, ever get along with. I don't give a fuck how much you try. It's just some people y'all just never gonna be on the same page. And that is life, and that is okay. Y'all should be able to still coexist and stuff. But I will say it here, Latasha is jealous and have always been jealous of Candy. Because you could talk about her voice, you could talk about whatever, but you are not at Candy status. And like me and another person was talking about, Candy is the sound of escape, whether you think she sound like a goat or not. She is the sound of escape. She is also a businesswoman. Candy got it going on. You can't touch her. You cannot outwork her. It ain't about talent. It's about who can outwork. And you're not going to outwork Candy. And Candy does have a good voice for the sound of escape, period. Candy says she did not date him. They knew each other but didn't date. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. But see, again, remember I said that 9 times out of 10 his ass was probably fucking lying. Ridiculous. Didn't Tasha say something on the show that he was with R. Kelly? Yes, he did work for them. He did work for them. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense in the way that he moves and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be letting you guys know exactly what it said when it comes to the second interview that's supposed to be dropped on TashaK.com. I did go ahead and pay the $12.99 on y'all behalf, honey, so I can get all the tea. Okay. But yeah, I gave my opinion about the very first interview. Tasha, hopefully you got better receipts as far as the actual text messages and shit, like how they did the text message on the show yesterday. Tasha, take note. You need to get whatever type of program that they got to properly show the goddamn text messages very fucking clear so we can see what the hell is being said. If your ass gonna be messy correctly. That's to everybody. You gonna show text message, show them bitches correctly. Zoom them in so we can see what the hell is going on. Okay. So that's it when it comes to that. But I want you all to have a beautiful, beautiful Monday. But let me see something real quick, guys. Let me get this done. Let me do this public service announcement real quick before I get up out of here and go to work. Because again, this is something that needs to be said. I'm waiting on it to upload really quickly. Hurry up and upload. Damn it. We have to come back and do a lot. Yes, no, we definitely can, Subi. I definitely do want to do a call in to where you guys let me know exactly how you feel. Y'all can express yourselves. So we surely will do that. And stuff. We can do it this weekend. I can't say, I don't know. Maybe we can do it on Friday, maybe Thursday or Friday. We can do it or whatever to where I'll actually just come live and have y'all call in and do it. Cause I wanted to do it this weekend, but it was just so much going on. Also too, we have not forgotten about the Swarm conversation. So if you guys have not watched Swarm, please go ahead and watch Swarm because we still are going to have that conversation. But this week we will have a situation with Taki. I mean, not Taki. I'm sitting up there putting their names together with Rocky and Tasha. Because I do want y'all to call in again. If y'all want me to do these call-ins and do the StreamYard and all that shit and drop the link, y'all gonna have to hit the motherfucking link. Okay? If I am secure that y'all gonna hit the link, I will do more shows like that because I love to have conversations like that. So we got the Rocky and Tasha situation coming up this week. Then the following weekend, we can do the Swarm situation, the Swarm conversation. So if you guys still have not caught up on that, y'all can go ahead and watch that. Another thing that we are going to talk about in the future is something that is called emotional consent. I'm going to say that again. It's something called emotional consent. I actually may try to get with one of the elements about it. McTweet, if you are still in here, I may try to get with you about that to ask you to co-host that particular show with me, but it's something that is called emotional consent. It is something that we need to talk about. Will it be a hard conversation? Yes. Will some of y'all may be offended? Yes. But it is something that we need to talk about. If you do not know what emotional consent is, look the shit up. It is called emotional consent. That is something that we definitely, one of the difficult conversations that we are going to have. Okay? That's just what that's going to have to be. We got to have that conversation. Emotional consent. AKA emotional dumping on people and basically not thinking before you dump stuff on other people. Not checking in to see how they feel, what they going through themselves. None of that. We all have been guilty of that. But thinking before you drop certain stuff on people, because at the end of the day, we all have our own things going on. That's just like y'all see me. I love y'all. I have personal relationship with y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all don't know what's going on with me when I'm away from y'all. Just like I don't know what's going on with y'all when y'all away from me. You know, and I've said it before, especially as being a content creator, because a lot of content creators deal with people who do not know the meaning of emotional consent. We have feelings. We have lives as well. I love y'all, care about y'all. I am there for y'all. But at the end of the day, check in with me first to see how I am doing. If I can handle certain information, what I'm going through at the time. Like my little sister, she is excellent with this. I love her for this. And there's certain people that are very great at this. They will call me or text me first and they will say, you know, because everybody know how I am about my boundaries and my energy. My little sister is perfect at this. She always either text me or she call me and she be like, sis, I need to talk to you about something. Are you able to handle it at this point? How is your energy? She actually checks in with my energy before she dump anything on me. And I love her for that. We have to take that into consider, all of us, because like I say, all of us have been guilty of this. So I'm not attacking nobody. All of us have been guilty of being so caught up in what we going through that we're not paying attention or even checking in with the person that we're trying to throw certain stuff on. So that's something that we definitely got to talk about, is emotional dumping and emotional consent. So look it up. Okay. This is the last thing before I go. Let me remove Subi's comment, because I told y'all that every time I go live, let me move this goddamn banner so y'all can see the shit clearly. Every time I go live, I'm going to put this up. I'm going to remind y'all. Change your goddamn smoke detector. Change it. We don't want to hear that shit. I'm going to say it every day until y'all get that shit together. Change it. Change it. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Or you can order it off of Amazon. 9-volt battery is all it takes. Again, like a tape recorder. If you can't change it, yank that motherfucker down. Point blank, period. We don't want to hear the shit. It's irritating as fuck. Let me make sure my shit ain't going off. Okay, my shit is silent. All right, I love y'all. Have a great day. Happy Monday. Let me get the fuck on up out of here. Hopefully they put me in a good spot to where my reception is not fucked up. If they do, I will definitely be looking around in the bushes and seeing what is going on. And I will put that shit on the members only. Members only, $2.99. I love y'all. I gotta go. Bye.